Hey there. Welcome to Discover the Divine You. My name is Kimberly Nicole. Right now I'm on a journey to figure out who the real Kimberly Nicole is, who I was divinely created to be. So I created this podcast in hopes others could benefit from what I'm learning and the different ways I'm connecting with a higher power. I created this space for honest conversations about healing, creativity, spiritual growth, and learning to reconnect with myself while living presently in my life. I'm a mom of 3. I have a job. I'm in 12-step recovery. Real life happens every day. So this is a space of no pressure, no expectations, no perfection, just progress. A journey towards finding peace, clarity, and connection to something bigger than ourselves, going from chaos to calm. So here we go. I'm so glad you're here to take this journey with me. Let's get creative.
Episode 16, Pickleball is Nonsense.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Discover the Divine You. I'm Kimberly Nicole. And today on our 90 and 90, I want to talk about fear. Fear was a big part of my life for a very long time. I was anxiety. I was anxiety for a while. I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder when I was 12-ish, and they tried all the therapy. They tried pushing some meds. They tried all kinds of things. And man, I struggled with that shiz until, a couple years ago, honestly, until I got into program. I feel like program really saved my life. And, today I feel really, really very calm compared to how I used to feel, which is a huge blessing because today I'm not trying to control everything. A lot of my fear came from control. So I had this misconception that if I could control the situation, then I wouldn't have anything to be afraid of because I would already know what was going to happen. So my cute little brain wanted to think of all the terrifying what if scenarios and then go, okay, if this happens, we'll do this. If this happens, we'll do that. If that happens, we'll do this. So I had like my little Mary Poppins, well, it's not little, but a giant Mary Poppins bag with all the things that I would need to combat that what if terrifying situation. And in doing so, then I felt peace. However, when someone would do something that was not in my plan, it would throw me off, and then I would like explode, and it would be this big, terrifying, awful situation. So my fear got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger the more I tried to control things. I know today that when my anxiety or fear starts to take over my thoughts, I'm living in the future. I'm living in the what ifs. I'm future surfing that fatty wave that's going to make me eat shiz. And I don't want to do that. So if I'm in peace, I'm in the present. If I'm in fear, I'm in the future. If I'm in pain, I'm in the past. That's my Kimism, right? That's my belief. So I can kind of gauge where I'm at based on how my body's feeling. When I'm really tense and I'm like feeling, then I know I'm in the future and I'm having a lot of fear and I'm just overwhelmed. When my body is aching and I'm feeling a lot of pain and it's like I can't move and I feel a little bit paralyzed, that's when I'm in the past. I'm drudging up old stuff that maybe it's ready to come out. Maybe it's ready to be dealt with. I don't know. But I know I don't want to live in the past and I don't want to live in the future. I want to be in the present because that's where I feel the most calm and the most peace. So a lighthearted way I want to talk about fear is trying new things. I don't love trying new things because, like I said, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to prepare for. I like to get to a place where I could do crap in my sleep and I just keep doing that thing. Like I could eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 10 years because then I don't have to think about it. And I'm happy with it. It tastes good. I'm stoked on it. Like I think I had a turkey sandwich every day for almost 10 years. Like And now I mean, I can't remember the last time I ate turkey sandwich because I overate them. But I'm telling you this weird quirk of mine because it became a crutch. It became something that kept me in the same loop. And the best way for my brain to realize that I don't need to be afraid, that new things are good and exciting and fun and part of life and allow us to experience new things and grow and learn and all that good stuff. I didn't want to know. I didn't want change. I didn't want to know anything new. I want to stay at the same job that doesn't pay me enough, that treats me like trash, because I'm good at it and I know how to do it. And it's easy, but it was never easy. It was hard because it was not serving me. It was hurting me. It was keeping me stuck. I was in the muck and I don't want to live there anymore. So I've been trying new things. A few of my friends have been trying to get me to play pickleball. I was like, no thanks. Pickleball is not for me. I'm not a tennis player. I'm not a ping pong player. And I feel like it's in between tennis and ping pong. And I also don't really enjoy being active. Believe it or not. I'm not stoked on exercise. Other than dancing, I love to dance by myself. Maybe some strength training here or there. Love me some kickboxing. I mean, I could do that shiz all day. Punching stuff, kicking stuff is my jam. But like hitting a ball back and forth, running, like not exactly like something I would be like, yeah, let's do it, guys. I'm so excited. But in the spirit of trying new things, I said yes. So I go to pickleball and it's fun. I had a good time. Everyone was very nice. They were really good at teaching me the rules. However, I need some clarification because it absolutely makes no sense. I feel like someone might have been like a little tipsy or on a certain kind of substance when they were creating the rules to this game because it is nonsense. Like, for instance, when you start in a corner that's closest or facing Seattle. What does Seattle have to do with anything? I live in California. I don't know why I have to be closest to Seattle. And how the hell do I know where Seattle is from where I am right now? I am not a geography human. I am not a compass. Why do I have to know where Seattle is in order to play pickleball? I don't know. But I go there. I stand in whatever box says they tell me is where Seattle, closest to Seattle or facing Seattle or whatever the frick. And then they tell me I have to rattle off some numbers. Okay, 1, 2, 5 or 2, 5, 1 or whatever. And they change all the time. They're changing all the time. I don't even remember half the time which ones I'm supposed to say. So apparently one is your score, one is their score, and then one is whichever box that you're supposed to be in. So the Seattle box is either 1 or 2, and then the other box is 1 or 2. Okay, but then when you win and you switch, then your box changes, your number changes. So then it could be a 1 or a 2. And how do I know when it changes? I will tell you, okay? It changes when they score a point or you score a point, but you don't really score points. It's weird. So like if you mess up while you're playing, then you get the ball back. I've never played a game where you screw up and you get the ball back. But then other times you screw up and they get the ball back. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Apparently it has something to do with the fact that like whoever was the server, right? And then serving is weird. You can't let the ball bounce, but then the ball has to bounce before you can hit it again. Okay, so you have to do this and just drop the ball and hit it like that. Like just drop it and smack it. Okay, or you can drop it like this and let it bounce and hit it. I don't know. But either way, if you kick it and you hit it, it can't land in the kitchen. Nope. What is the kitchen? Why is there a kitchen? Okay, there's this little like small space in between the net and where Seattle is, and it's called the kitchen. Okay, and then in the kitchen, you can't do the dishes. You can't be in the kitchen when you're serving, okay? So if you're going to serve, there's no kitchen access. However, after the bounce, second bounce of the serve, then you can go in the kitchen. Your access to the kitchen is granted after the ball bounces 2 times. Once in Seattle and once over there, but not in the kitchen. Then afterwards, the kitchen is accessible. Okay. And then it's like so many other complicated things from there. So if you score a point and you're in Seattle, then you move over here to the other side. Okay. And then when you hit the ball serving, you have to go diagonal. Okay. But not into the kitchen. And before you serve, you have to utter off these nonsense numbers that change all the time. And so apologies if you play on my team, because I don't care about winning. I just want to have fun. So I hit the ball when they tell me to hit the ball. And when your team is supposed to hit the ball first, serving, you have to be back here with your team. Okay, outside of Seattle, behind Seattle. Then when their team is serving, they're serving diagonally, so you have to be up here. But then once they bounce, then it goes back. But if you hit the ball before it bounces, then you're in a pickle. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand it at all. But I like playing, and I like the people I'm playing with. So that's great. They might not like it because I'm not even going to try to be a winner. Because you know why? When I hit the ball and it was a great hit, I didn't get any points because I didn't serve that time. So if you don't serve, you don't get punished. And if you don't serve, you don't get a point. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Maybe someone can explain it to me. Or maybe eventually my brain will just like click and it will make sense. But right now, it's a nonsense game that I really enjoy playing. I really do. It was super fun. I've played twice now. And I really like it. I might even get myself some pickleball tools. Whatever they're called. Paddles, balls. Apparently they're indoor balls. And there's outdoor balls. I don't know. Balls are balls to me. You know, whatever. So I was scared to play. I really was. And then I played a couple times and now I'm having fun. So after the first or second time of trying something new, the fear kind of gets less. Like getting a new job or trying new foods. That's a hard one for me. That I'm instantly like, this is going to hurt my stomach. My sweet little brain. No, it's not. Maybe not. Maybe it will. But we're never going to know till we try. And half the time, things will hurt my stomach because I think they're going to hurt my stomach. If I'm like, hey, cool, I'm going to try this and it's not going to hurt my stomach, most of the time it doesn't hurt. My mind is very powerful. I can go into fear like that. And it can instantly give me stomach issues. Like I will go straight to the toilet. And there is no stopping it. But if I choose to just be like, okay, this is life. I'm going to live in faith, not fear. And, you know, I think faith and fear can coexist. A lot of people say faith over fear, or you can't have faith if you're in fear and vice versa. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think you can be scared and you can do something too. I think that's what courage is. That's what bravery is. You can't be brave or courageous if you're not scared. Then it would just be doing something. You wouldn't be like brave. You just think, oh, whatever, I'm just going to do this. Because you have no fear. And I think faith is just believing that the outcome is in God's hands. And you can still be scared and have faith. I do that all the time when I go to the dentist. I don't like going to the dentist. I brush my teeth like a crazy person and I floss every day and I wear my retainers every night because I'm going to do all I can do to prevent my teeth from falling out. And I'm going to go to the dentist when I'm supposed to go to the dentist. And I'm going to trust that God is taking care of the rest of it. And I'm going to live life on life's terms like we talked about the other day. And I'm going to choose not to let fear consume my life and just exist and have fun doing it. I'm going to try something new with no expectations. That takes away the fear because I'm just going to have fun. I choose fun over fear. And I can even still have fun even when I'm scared sometimes. My life is complicated. But you know what? Bless my heart. I love myself right where I'm at today. Fear, fun, faith, whatever is coming up for me, it doesn't really change the fact that I'm loved by a power greater than myself who's got my back no matter what. And so if I tap into that power, I don't have to be afraid. I just have to be like, hey, God, this is where I'm at. I'm trying to do this on my own. It's not working. I'm afraid. I need your help. Step up. And he will. And I don't have to worry that he won't because he always does. And if that hasn't been your experience, then I'm sorry. I hope and pray that you can develop a strong relationship with a power greater than yourself to the point where you really fully trust in something greater than yourself so that you don't have to live in fear, because I spent most of my life living in fear and it was no fun and it was very upsetting and it really caused me a lot of health issues and a lot of struggles that I could have avoided had I decided to take that fear to a higher power. So with that, I think I'll be done speaking at you today, and I hope that everyone has a fun-filled day with their families and their friends, or just on their own, because you deserve it, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much for being here today. You're my favorite. I'm so glad you came. I know life is busy, so I really do appreciate the time you're taking to do some self-care and hang out with me for a little bit. If something that we talked about today resonated with you and you want to dig a little deeper, I put together a 5-minute creative reset guide called Chaos to Calm that you can access in the show's description. And I would be so grateful if you'd subscribe and share this podcast with someone out there that you think could benefit from what we're creating here together. Also, remember, I am just sharing my experience, strength, and hope as I understand it here. So if bigger emotions come up, please take care of yourself and reach out to a licensed professional or someone that you trust for support. You are not alone in this. So until we create together again, please be kind to yourself and do something creative because you deserve it.